Hi guys, Isaiah and Sage here. We are twin flames in Harmonious Union, and we are living together. And we are devoted students of Jeff and Shaleia.
Yeah.
And today we are going to talk to you about and make a video about how we have healed depression and anxiety. And this is a big deal, and it's been an awesome journey. And yeah, I'm really happy to share this with you.
Yeah. Back in the day, I was depressed and sad. I know this sounds kind of corny. I used to be so sad, but I was, a lot of the time. And I was good at finding the happy things and focusing on that, and it's a really good quality. But at the same time, I had a deep underlying depression, and there were times when it would just get really bad, and I would just be all I want to do is sleep, and I just want to hide from people. Kind of, not consciously, but you know what I mean. I didn't even know or understand, but it just felt like something was missing from my life. And then I found Jeff and Shaleia, and they taught me how to love myself with the mirror exercise, and I started to believe in love and become who I really am. And I was surprised to find all of the joy and happiness that was inside of me. So
yeah, what was it like for you, coming out as a woman and really, honoring yourself in that space of being a woman? And
it was really sweet, and it was really liberating and joyful, and it just felt really right. I just feel, like what I said earlier, that I was honestly just holy fucking, I didn't know that I was this person,
Yeah.
And then it suddenly came out, there was a lot of joy. There was a lot of joy and a lot of just sassiness and fire and life, and and vulgarity and fun, hidden underneath this mask of being a man that was so unfulfilling to me.
That was, depressing for you.
Yeah, it was depressing to be that way, and it was anxiety producing too, because I felt, it's you feel like you have no compass in life, because I had to shut my emotions down a lot, almost totally, and not be aware of them in order to have that illusion kind of persist.
Almost to survive in that illusion.
Yeah, to survive in it. Otherwise, it would just come apart.
Yeah.
If I felt my feelings and felt how bad it felt, then it would end. But Jeff and Shaleia teach you to feel your feelings. And I just want to let you know that if you're depressed, numbing out and avoiding your feelings isn't the way.
No, you can heal it. You can truly, fully heal your anxiety and depression, 100%.
Yeah. And the first step is feeling your feelings, which is actually relieving. And then doing the mirror exercise, and in the 4 steps of it, by the end, you love yourself or you feel hurt.
Yeah. So do you feel like really accepting yourself as a woman and for who you are? Do you feel like that was the core to not being depressed and just healing yourself and your life?
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yep. Yeah, I felt the same way for me too.
Yeah.
For accepting and loving myself as a man, because it brings you so much peace. You don't have to live with the facade, which is so fucking anxiety producing.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so relieving to just be yourself and love yourself in that space and feel the absolute relaxation and peace of being yourself. That's what it really is.
There's a lot of ease that comes with being your true self, and whatever that might mean for you.
Right.
There's probably a part of yourself, if you're suffering from depression, that you have been felt like you can't acknowledge or just somehow refused to, you know, and that's not blaming you. It's just saying it's a choice that you may not be conscious of, which I wasn't conscious of.
Right, yeah.
But
some of these things are subconscious until you like actively start doing this work.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then MAP as well.
Yep.
Helped me a lot. So, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I will. Mind alignment process is basically it's a new trauma healing modality that heals trauma at the core through conversation, but it's not talk therapy.
No, because it actually works and heals your life.
Yeah, because it works.
Yeah.
The difference works, does not. Venn diagram.
Yes.
In the middle, both involve talking.
Yeah.
MAP lets you let go of your trauma and you reclaim your power to actually let go instead of talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Only.
Both of us went through MAP and had MAP sessions.
Yeah.
And I really feel like going through MAP is really what brought us or gave us the clarity and peace to be able to attain harmonious union. Like I don't think we would have been able to without that core healing of healing that in us, healing our trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's my story pretty much. All I have to say is MAP really kind of was a huge turning point for my acceptance of my womanhood and my gender identity. Like from there it started to feel like really peaceful, and it was always peaceful, but the resistance was really knocked down where I could really start respecting myself and who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's only gotten better since then, and since...
And I was able to come out as a man after MAP because
I
had healed in that space, so it's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, you came out October 14th.
Yes, I did.
2019.
Yep.
And I came out June 14th, 2018.
That's crazy.
And
it's awesome.
So you had MAP in like August or September or something?
Yep, exactly.
Of 2019.
Yep.
I had it in September of 2019.
That's crazy. It's awesome.
We didn't like really talk too much back then.
Mm-mm.
But we were synced because we're twin flames.
We've always been like, so aligned.
Yeah, on the same
without
thing.
Even knowing. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me more about your journey with depression and anxiety and overcoming it.
Yeah, so I want to share my journey with you guys about overcoming this and healing it. So, I was in the mental health community and was taking depression and anxiety medication for about 8 years before I was awakened and started my twin flame journey and found Jeff and Shaleia and started doing the work of doing the mirror exercise, TFAS, LPC, and just really learning how to truly love myself, and also a mind alignment process, of course. So you were on,
what were you were on medication?
Yes, so I was on depression and anxiety medication for 8 years, and I went to talk therapy, and honestly, that process for me was really divine. It really helped me a lot. I really needed help. Like, I was in a bad way.
Like, were you like in a state where you couldn't do things or wouldn't get out of bed or something?
I had no relief in my life. I was anxious all the fucking time. I couldn't connect with anyone because I was always so anxious. I was always in my head, and it was so horrible. And that anxiety built up major depression within myself, and from doing this work I realized that it was just like a really not connected place within myself. Like I just wasn't connected to who I truly am, and to peace.
There you go.
And to the love of like who I really am.
Yeah. Very easy.
Yeah. Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, I'm grateful too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So I had a counselor and was on medication for about 8 years, and I only ever increased my medication, because that's what felt better and what I thought I needed at the time. There's a lot to say here. I just need to feel into what I need to share here.
Yeah. And I know it's probably kind of vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah, no, it feels good to share.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Compassion and all that shit.
Anyway. All that shit.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
So I only ever increased my medication for 8 years. And then I started doing this work and loving myself. And for the first time, so I've been doing this work for about 2 years. And been in this community for about 2 years. And Sage and I attained Harmonious Union January 9th or 9th.
Yeah, January 9th.
January 9th
of 2020.
Of 2020.
So it was, it was like a year and a half.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
that we were doing the mere exercise and
Exactly,
stuff.
doing the work.
Clearing our consciousness, loving ourselves.
Yep.
So that we could,
Have Harmonious Union.
yeah.
And, well, just have peace in ourselves.
Yeah,
is the
have
ultimate
peace in
goal.
ourselves, feel God, feel connected to God, which is all that is good.
Exactly.
Anyway, whatever you believe, but...
So a year after I'd been doing this work, all of a sudden, my body started rejecting my depression and anxiety medication. I literally had a fever and the shakes. I was having withdrawal symptoms basically. And it was because my body was physically rejecting this, because I had healed to a point where I no longer needed that amount of medication. That's a miracle. I literally was healed to a point where my body was rejecting this medication because I didn't need it anymore, because I was healed there. So for the first time in 8 years, I decreased my medication.
Yeah.
And that's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was amazing. It was so incredible. And honestly, it's something that happened I wasn't expecting to happen. When it happened, I was I had this realization. I was like, holy fuck, I'm healed here. I'm ready to decrease my medication, because it's actually, this amount is harmful for me right now because I'm so healed. So
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that incredible?
Yeah,
it's
and
really amazing.
It also kind of confirms that. I mean, I guess, I do want to say this, even though it's kind of duh from a spiritual perspective, but for the scientific community and all that, it does confirm that loving yourself causes a chemical change in your brain, and it causes a change in your body. And science explains the persistence of depression with the thought that it's a chemical imbalance in the brain. But truly, what this work shows is that it's actually, depression is based on choices to keep yourself separate from love.
Exactly.
And once you which you are probably not conscious of.
Exactly.
But your life will show you what those choices are, and you can love yourself.
Yeah.
And heal trauma with MAP as well. Because often trauma is the cause of depression,
Right.
Let's be real. There's probably some trauma there, and healing that is going to make the depression go away.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's really about connecting with your true self. And that is what, that's what this work is. And that's what heals you of your depression and anxiety. Because when you're connected with yourself, you feel good and you feel peaceful.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's good.
So I decreased my medication after a year. And then I kept decreasing it because it felt right and it felt good. And then Sage and I came into Harmonious Union, and we began living together, and I made the choice that I was ready to come completely off of the medication.
Yeah.
And I have been off of the medication now for about 2 months.
Yeah.
Completely. And coming off of it was pretty smooth. Usually, sometimes it can be kind of intense. But I feel like because I was supported and I was ready for it, it was smooth for me.
Yeah.
And I have been living off of this medication without depression and anxiety for 2 months, and I only continue to heal. So it's something that is permanently healed. Like, I'm never going to go back onto that, because the root and the core of the cause of what the depression and anxiety was is healed. It's gone.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
So,
you. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love you too. Yeah, so it really is a miracle. It's a huge fucking deal.
Yeah.
And I'm sharing this because, like, this is a true healing. Like, there is no denying this healing. Like, I was 8 years on medication, increasing it, and now I'm off of it.
Right.
And I am living a life without depression and anxiety, and I'm living my truth, and I'm out as a man, and oh my God, I just have so much relief there, and it's really incredible.
Yeah. And you're hot.
Thank you.
Dude, claiming it yourself.
Yes.
Sexiness. And me too.
Living your truth is sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was depressed because I couldn't. That was part of the reason. I felt completely cut off from my sexuality, and I felt completely unattractive. Yeah.
And then you healed that.
Then I healed that.
Now you're sexy.
Now I'm sexy. I always was, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Exactly.
So that's the story. That's the story.
That's
From
good.
my perspective, I was just really happy. I was sad to see you taking the medication because it felt...
It was numbing. It was a numbing
Yeah,
out.
and it is a numbing. That's how the medication works. It's like numbing yourself to all the pain so you can function.
Yes.
But...
And sometimes that's necessary, and it's most
necessary.
compassionate.
Correct. There's no problem with that. We're not saying...
Yeah.
We're not saying fuck you to the medical community.
No, absolutely not. I had an incredible experience with the medical community, and it honestly was a lifesaver. But I'm at the point now where I've healed it, and I no longer need it.
Yeah.
And you can have that too.
Yeah, and you can work with your medical provider, talk with them, and follow their advice. We're not telling you to like defy them or
No, of course not.
abandon a regimen of treatment.
It should be working together in, collaborating and working together with, your doctor.
Yeah, I mean that's
What is
that's
our final
that.
message?
Love yourself. You're not a victim of depression. It's not your brain or chemicals per se. I mean, that's one way to see and explain it. But the core cause is not choosing love in some place. And so just you can choose to love yourself, and
Love truly does heal. It really, really heals you. It heals everything in you, and there's nothing that it won't heal.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
So do that.
Yeah.
Now,
All right.
if you want to book Mind Alignment Process Healing, Isaiah is a practitioner who's practicing, and we're both practitioners who are we're both doing sales for MAP, so you can book with us through MAP, or you can find out more about Jeff and Shaleia in the links below, and check out the mirror exercise. And
Good.
and like this video and subscribe to our channel for lots of diverse topics and experiences about self-love,
Twin flame healing.
twin flames, your ultimate lover. That's your twin flame.
I like your nails.
Thank
You
you.
look good.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
that's
Thanks for
everything.
watching. Thanks for being with us.
Bye.
And we'll
Love
see you
you.
next time.
Later.
Bye.